It's a very, very busy October morning at Classic Cars and Coffee, UWA. Great thrill for me today because I get to meet James and his Bristol 411 Mark 4, is that right?
Series 4.
Series 4. In the car world, Bristol is the handmade British suit or the handmade British pair of shoes. It is the English gentleman's carriage and the choice of royalty, I understand.
Yes, that's right. So this vehicle used to be owned by the Sultan of Selangor at one stage. Yeah.
So the Sultan of Selangor, he is, that's equivalent to like a king or a prince or
that's
a
right.
sultan.
Yeah, that's right, yeah, correct.
And I understand there's a plaque in this car.
There is, yeah, in the bay, in the engine bay. That's right.
If you go to a car show, you've got to expect to hear cars. That's what I reckon.
That's right.
Come and have a look. Come and have a look. So we'll go round it. Now, Bristol bodies are handmade. This is an aluminium car.
That's right.
And so that alone is a craft that's left over from the Second World War with a manufacturing of aeroplanes. Just so happens that Bristol was a manufacturer of aeroplanes, and post-war there was a lot of aluminium hanging around. So they were able to build cars on separate chassis with aluminium bodies with massive American V8 engines. And the engine they chose, like Jensen did the same, they chose Chrysler V8s.
That's right, it was a Chrysler V8.
Now the Chrysler at that stage brought out a thing called a Hemi, which was the cylinder heads were shaped in a certain way, which got a lot of power and a great efficiency from every explosion that engine made. So it's got a Hemi V8,
right.
3-speed torque flight, is it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
And disc brakes. There was a famous motoring writer called L.J.K. Setright who wrote for Car Magazine, a man of incredible style and erudite tongue. He loved Bristols, and it's all to do with the Bristol being the last of the great personalised handmade British vehicles. What do you love most about driving this car, James?
Oh, I think it's very unique.
Totally unique.
Yeah, and it still drives awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's still a fantastic car to drive.
How long's it been in your family?
About 30 years.
30, and your father came by it?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
So you've got no annoying brothers in the inheritance line?
Yeah, there is.
Okay. Has he promised this to you?
Oh no.
Those kids, the other brothers can have the Hyundais.
Yeah,
seriously.
yeah.
Let's have a look inside.
Yeah, sure.
James has just told me that this car has only done 8,500 miles.
8,600 kilometres.
So being the Sultan's car, it would have been part of a fleet that's kept in a garage, and he drove it a few times, enjoyed it, and that's it. So this car from what was the year?
1974.
74 has only done 8,500 kilometres, or is it miles in Malaysia?
I think it's kilometres, yeah.
So that is extraordinary in itself. So this is the original leather interior.
Original. Yeah.
The carpet's original. What an amazing car. And such a thrill to have it here today at Classic Cars and Coffee at University of Western Australia. Before we go, James, anything you'd like to say that you love most about this car?
I just absolutely love the interior of it. Just the dash, all the the wood grain, and of course the paint job.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
So there it is. That's the first Bristol 411 I've seen, particularly at Classic Cars and Coffee, and the absolute epitome of the English gentleman's carriage. Thanks very much.
Thank you.